What if I told you that no one, not your husband, not your kids, not even that arrogant doctor who didn't listen to you, has the power to trigger you? Sounds impossible? Stay with me, because this understanding changed everything for me, and that's what I want for you too. Hi, beautiful you. My name is Marie, Queen Marie. I call myself a queen as a reminder to always value myself, to see my own greatness within, the same greatness that you have within you. And today I'm here with a confession. I used to be a huge reactor. I reacted to everything around me. If my husband was late, I reacted. If someone said the wrong thing, I got upset. You name it, I reacted to it. And the worst thing is that I didn't know why I reacted the way I did. But I ruined very many relationships. I pushed people away because I couldn't control how I was reacting. If you are nodding right now and relating to this because you are snapping towards your husband and kids, don't go anywhere, because this can be life-changing for you too. Because today I'm barely reacting to anything. I can stay calm, a way that I never thought was possible. And here's the best part. This shift didn't happen because the world changed. It happened because I finally understood why I acted the way I did. So if you are tired of feeling like your emotions are running the show, this video is for you. You want to understand this. You know, it's funny how life always serves us opportunities to practice and to grow, right? Yesterday, when I was trying to record this video, I am parked right now with my van here in Lisboa, in Portugal. And in this huge parking spot, right next to the ocean, it's a beautiful place, but my goodness, first there was this helicopter hovering over me, and I couldn't even hear my thoughts. And then this very young guy came in his car, spinning around my van and made so much noise. You know what I did? I actually just smiled and took a deep breath and decided to go for a walk, because it wasn't meant to be recorded yesterday. Would my old version have responded like that? Not a chance. She would have been so upset, feeling like the whole world was against her. Let me share something that completely changed my life. I found it in Viktor Frankl's beautiful book, A Man's Search for Meaning. And his words really hit my heart. He said, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Let me break it down in a way that clicked for me. Imagine that your husband says something to you in that tone, and I know you know exactly which one I mean. Or your daughter rolls her eyes towards you. Before you react, and this is the magical part, there is this moment, a tiny space. Most of us miss it. Trust me, I did that for years. Like when my husband would come home late without calling, or use that tone. You know what would happen? My chest would just get tight, my heart would race, and suddenly I was either in full battle mood or completely frozen. But here's what finally changed everything for me. those reactions, they weren't really about him at all. My body was remembering every single time in my life someone had made me feel unimportant. Every time I was left waiting, every time someone brushed off my feelings, every single time. And that's when I truly understood what Frankl meant about that space. That precious moment between when something happens and how we respond. That tiny pause, that's where our power is. That's our moment to choose who we want to be. We can choose to breathe into this space and ask our inner child, how are you feeling? Are you okay? I got you. Now, here's what took me years to understand. You see, no one is actually triggering you. They are simply holding up a mirror to what's already inside of you. Let that sink in for a moment. Think about something that always sets you off. Maybe it is when someone interrupts you or talks over you. You feel that familiar surge of emotions. But here's the thing. You have a choice. You can either wake up and look in that mirror, or you can keep reacting to everything and everyone. Right now, those reactions might feel like they're just a part of who you are, your personality. But here's the truth. Your personality will always create your reality. So if you want things to change in your life, you better change your personality. And it is a choice. So let me ask you, what part of you is really getting triggered? Is it that 8-year-old version of you who was always interrupted and not listened to? How did that make you feel? Unworthy? Not smart enough? Stupid? Not loved? That little girl is still in there, reacting every time when someone makes her feel these same feelings again. So let's try something new, shall we? I call it the 5-second fix. When you feel that triggering is coming, just pause and breathe into that space and ask yourself, which part of me is hurting? Is it that little girl who never got to finish her stories? Or the teenager whose opinions were ignored? How did that make you feel back then? Like you weren't important? Like what you had to say didn't matter? Like you wasn't good enough? This is why you are still triggered today. That younger version of you is still there, getting upset every time something reminds her of those old hurts. But now you know better. Now you have the power to pause, to breathe, and to choose differently. I went from reacting to everything to finding real peace. And you can too. Try this just once today. That's all I'm asking. One trigger, one pause, one breath. I'd love to hear how this works for you, so please share in the comments below. There is one more thing I want to share before I let you go, and that is the importance of forgiveness. Because once we start to do this inner work with ourselves, there will be so many things that comes up to the surface, and it's so easy to fall into this trap of judgment, to feel shame and guilt for how we have been reacting. I know I did that. So forgiveness work has been a very, very big part on my journey. So I have actually created an ebook on this topic. So if you need help with this, just comment forgiveness and I will send you the link to get it. Because we can never ever free ourselves if we are stuck in blaming and shaming ourselves. You want to be kind to yourself and you want to take care of that inner child. Speak to her, hold her, make her feel that she can trust you. See her, listen to her, feel her, and I promise that will make such a huge difference in your life. I appreciate you so much for being here watching my videos and liking and subscribing and commenting, sharing, sending me DMs. It means the world for me. I look forward to see you in my next video. I love you.